Did the 2020 NBA championship seem fishy to anyone else? Well, this video proves the Lakers and LeBron cheated to win the 2020 NBA championship. Welcome back to Stars in Sports. Let's get into the video. The Lakers wrote a strongly worded letter to the league. The letter included that there were not enough free attempts to the Lakers. That seems to be a pretty valid point. The Lakers brought that up after game 1 or 2 against Denver, that LeBron was not getting enough fouls. However, according to many people, they are legally allowed to do that. The Lakers won that match as expected, but the league will not accept any letters from the Lakers in the future. The league will also have to go through the tapes to see what the Lakers are talking about. Secondly, there are a little irregular pattern noticed in the team. There are 30 teams in the NBA, therefore the top players should be evenly divided among them. However, this was not the case. One team has a combination of top 5 or top 10 players, while the other teams have no good players. This rule is surely against the NBA. With 24 people being selected in the NBA, they all should be evenly distributed. You may have heard the story that most people have forgotten about it. Before the final series, the Los Angeles Lakers were going to have to beat the Denver Nuggets in order to move forward. However, the Nuggets were the comeback kids in the 2020 playoffs. They came back down 3-1 against both the Utah Jazz and the Los Angeles. Though they were formidable players, the Lakers didn't seem to worry that they were going to have many problems with the young Nuggets. However, the Nuggets were going to have a huge matchup problem against LeBron and Anthony Davis. Moreover, there is a good chance to win the game when both the stars are in the game. The Lakers were about to face either the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics in the finals. Although both teams had stars, but not too many stars were on par with LeBron. It ended up as Heat. LeBron knew it had more stars than the other teams, as the other team members were too young to be stars. It also seemed that LeBron knew what the non-stars were guarding him. LeBron was really good at clearing space if the other players were guarding him. It is also a nice way of elbowing other players right in the face. Talking about the elephant in the room, many people noticed that there was an eye contact, and subsequently, the foul was called off. The call is considered as an offensive foul if all things are considered equal. However, it was considered as a defensive foul, as all things were not considered equal. People say that King James matched up against the Crowder and Drick at best. The NBA doesn't want to upset LeBron, and LeBron knew this. Not only did LeBron get free throws and this happened, but the foul was also declared on other teams. Although it was a foul on LeBron and a possible shot for Crowder, instead the exact opposite happened. LeBron not only did this to Crowder, but also tossed Tyler Hero to the ground with an extended arm on the drive of the basket. He also ran over Duncan Robinson numerous times. Unfortunately, the league could not do anything. What could they possibly do? Call fouls against LeBron? The reports say that LeBron can never be stopped. We all know what happened with Anthony Davis in New Orleans. He grew tired of his team not doing good enough and decided he was going to play there anymore. There were numerous injuries that no one really knew what their nature was. Finally, Anthony Davis was putting the organization in a tough spot. Either trade me or I am leaving you and you are getting nothing in return. And behind closed doors, of course, there were talks with Anthony Davis, the LeBron, and other members of the Lakers. It was all a plan to pair Anthony Davis to pair up with LeBron. To put top 5 players together and to be unstoppable, because again, that has never happened since Shaq and Kobe, and we all know that led to multiple championships. It had an extremely negative impact on all the fans from all around the world. No one was tampering fines for moments like this. There are certain rules and regulations in the NBA, but the Lakers managed to go around the rules, go behind back doors, and figure something out so they could load up their roster with 2 elite level talents. It is one thing when an organization is lucky enough to draft 2 teams and 2 amazing players that become all-stars and progress in their games. Like in Boston, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both looked like they could be monsters in the Eastern Conference someday. Neither player decided to team up with the other, and they were both drafted. The Dion Waiters acquisition is another reason for this. You may be thinking, what do Dion Waiters have to do with all this? No one saw that guy stepping on the finals. They were not the on-court contributors to the finals. Organizations know the strengths and weaknesses of other teams to a certain extent. A lot of the time, the smartest organizations know that if they make the finals, they are already certain whom they will be facing and their strength. The Lakers knew their situation, hence the entire plan.
Lakers up large right now. Oh, Turner, good move.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.